Hello, welcome to Vault Hunters. Hopefully anyone watching knows what it is, but what Vault Hunters is, it is a dungeon crawler. Yeah, a dungeon crawler added on to Minecraft. It is made by the Hermit Iscal85 and a very, very good team of developers. And what they do is they created this pack and you run vaults. That's basically it. Once we get to certain aspects, I'll just go into more detail from what I know. But until then, enjoy. And we have spawned. Firstly, a few things to go over. There's no vein mine, at least not on by default. And we can't just hop into vaults now. That is not the quest line. This is introduction. We get some steak, and it basically goes over, hey, this turns it into a progression-based action RPG game. It is meant to be played over a long time, and we have a bunch of quests spanning from level 1 all the way up to level 50 for getting expertise, which we will get into later. Then our first step is to find chromatic iron. In previous versions, this was a lot harder than what it is. And so now, I am just going to make my way down this ravine. But yeah. As well, Worldgen is made up by Terralith, but with this series, especially the thumbnail, I want to give a huge shout out to, I have no clue how to say their name, I will be crediting them right now on screen. They are the person who does the graphic design for Vault Hunters, and they did an amazing job. Your mod pack on CurseForge, Prism, wherever you like. I will be back once I have gotten iron. Alright, so not too far into it, we found our first iron, and I've never been happier for glow squid ink as a makeshift torch. Now, okay, that's 4 pieces of iron. I feel like I should explain a little bit more about vaults and just them in general. So with vaults, you do need chromatic iron, and you also need one more thing, but we'll find that once we find chromatic iron. But so with vaults, you need chromatic iron and one other material, but currently both those materials are just going to be down here. A lot of the early game is just getting chromatic iron, getting a somewhat relatively okay base setup, and running a vault, because gear works differently. And I forgot, that is another addition to shields. They cannot naturally block, but they have a block chance, which is one of the many additions made in Vault Hunters. Now we can delve deeper and hopefully find some chromatic iron. Vault steak we won't be getting until a little bit later. That's zinc. It is primarily found in vaults, but there's another food we get from vaults that, at least in the early game, we just get so much more of. Right, we are at negative 50, meaning, let's say we have a decent chance to find chromatic iron. But, of course, it depends. Now, probably for my first vault, I am going to go ahead and probably get some armor made up. It did not, in fact, take a while, and we found some vault stone. So, that should mean nearby, at least, there is some iron. But for now, let's go ahead and mine this and grab some of the chipped vault rock, which we will need. Hopefully, by the time I finish mining almost all this out, we should find some iron. Well, this wasn't what I was hoping to find, but I'll take it. I decided to cross over here, over the deadly lava, to try and find something, but I found a spawner, so I'm going to create waypoint zombie spawner. This will be very useful early game, because there are ways to generate zombies, but a lot of them will... Oh, hey, that I can show you actually real quick, as long as I just block myself in. So, with Vault Hunters, you will eventually get knowledge or researches. Some of the mods we can use are in production, but let's say we want to use mob spawners, ice spawners, it will raise the overall cost of it up by 12. So it'll go from 3 up to 15. So stuff like easy piglins up by 12. Easy villagers up by 12. All of it. And so this, you need to be really careful. Now there are some other mods, like let's say I want to play with Botania up by 12. Is all this up? Okay, that's up by 12. But then Torchmaster doesn't increase, because this is in quality of life, so we can get waystones, trash cans, vault compass, elevators, all that with relative ease. Power is up by 6. Probably the ones I'm going to be focusing on right now is between storage, which for your first 3, I don't think increases. And then loot, which increases by 2. That is an unlock. Interesting. They've played around with the unlocks to where used to you would have to unlock pouches by themselves, including stacking, auto refill, and auto feeding. All that would become unlocked with just regular pouches. But now we can just get patches themselves, which we can't craft. We need shulker boxes, and then we need vault diamonds, then we need Larimar, and then silk block, which will take a few runs. But for now, let's see. We'll take iron. That's not good. Take redstone. Lexicon, we can't use that. And I will take the coal and immediately turn that into torches. And then we have bread, and I will take that, I will take that. And then we have cat. So this is why we don't put on helmets without looking. As you will see, there will be jars down here, which can have helmets that have Unbreaking 3 and Cursive binding on them. And also creepers jumping down. Just to kind of show you how rare chromatic iron is, we have found diamonds. And I believe it is a singular vein. Yep. Singular vein of diamonds. At Y level 34. This way, but it has a box around it, which I do not want to trigger. It will summon mobs. And hi there, creeper, don't blow up my iron. That, you just saw the fun feature of... I'm gonna burn. Okay, you just saw the fun feature. I'm probably gonna... Yep, so that is the noise it makes when it summons mobs. Was that iron I just saw? Any witches? I don't think so, but there are spiders. Well, hi, Brett. I dislike this. Oh, and there's coal. I don't need the sapling now. That is a lot of coal. It would very much help if there was a wide open space. Or I can just stumble across the chromatic iron. Anything I can toss out. I can probably toss out the cobblestone. Because I want to get as much of this as I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and mine it. So that wasn't as long as I thought it would be, but let me actually go ahead, because there might be more just for now. How many do we have? We have 11. That should be enough for now. No. Okay. So, we now have the issue of we need to find 4 diamonds because we need a pickaxe. Maybe head up to the surface because I currently have a just full inventory. So getting to the surface sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh, hey, diamonds. It was a 1. So we need 2 more. I will be back until either I find a very expansive cave or I found a way up. I have made it out of the cave. Now, to find somewhere to go. Right now, I want to make a temporary base until I can actually get like to a decent spot because I'm probably not gonna be staying here. Probably let's just build up into the wall. Why not? I'm going to start digging out this tunnel, and then hopefully by the time we are done, I'll have the motivation to mine again. So you may be asking, why am I suddenly out here? Well, my dear viewer. Oh, hey, dead coral. Okay. This actually is a pretty good area for coral. But, you may be asking, why am I out here? Well, what ended up happening was I muted myself, and I forgot to unmute. So I spent the last little bit talking to no one. Okay, that's just like a grass for does go down. Got some good signs. Got some dripstone, granite. The reason I'm making note of these blocks, by the way, is because later on, a lot of this, we're gonna need a huge amount of quantities of it. Like easily, by like level 40, you start getting into the 100s, and it's of like stuff you can get, but it's like tedious. You can almost get like 100 rotten flesh, which is why that spawner is so good. With this, we are now back home. The humble abode. And I am going to probably spend some time just looking everywhere. Probably in like this and this. Maybe the water cave, because those typically go down. So I am going to start smelting up some iron. But where'd they go? Look at them go! Look at the penguins go. I'm still voting for the crab though, but look at them go. Look at him, he's just vibing. He's just living. Look at him. Look at him bob his head up. Halfway in the floor. So, I found out something, and that's the fact that poison hurts. They changed the whole poison system. Some more tips, or not tips, but knowledge about vaults. They are essentially ultra hardcore in the sense that, yeah, no, you aren't meant exactly to heal. There are ways to heal, and I was going to get into that once I had enough time, but yeah, I unfortunately did not. And one of the ways they made the dungeons a bit harder is poison. It's a little bit more potent. You're really not supposed to have to deal with it much because you get it and then, oh, you just get out, right? Except cave spiders exist, but good news. I found more chromatic iron right where I died. So this cave was worth it because I got more chromatic iron. I just also died. There are other few goodies to know about the vault, which we'll have to get into later, but for now, chromatic iron. The other two locations weren't really that good. It was sort of meh. No diamonds there. I decided to dip into here. These are the jars I was talking about earlier. I might end up regretting this. Yes, I did. Yes, I very much did. Okay, never mind. It's not more potent. I just got hit by a lot. Hello? How long is poison gonna last? Okay, then. Literally. It's another one vein. It's another one vein. Okay, so I can take back what I said. Chromatic iron is not wanting to be more rare than diamond right now. Diamond is in fact wanting to spawn in 1x1 chunks. That is an iron vein. That is nice. And this is how I accidentally found a mine shaft. Of course. Both the diamonds I need would have been right here in this mine shaft. But instead, it wants to give me 1 extra for having to look extra hard. More diamonds. Of course. I have no clue where those are. I think they're... And a geoid. Well, geoid is nice to know. All 5 of my diamonds I would have needed. Just a little, you're welcome for, you know, having to spend a majority time trying to find diamonds. Okay, here you go. Here's all 5 you need. I'm going to mine all of this chromatic iron, and then I will be back. I am back at home. as you can see, we have raw chromatic iron, and ideally we don't have to get more vault stone, but we need to mine 6 of them. Fun. But for that, we get some chromatic iron. So, as I'm walking down, I believe it is good enough to mention the fact that if you look at my armor, it is half the value. That is intentional. Like down, but like with shields, armor has been nerfed. The reason for this is because once we get into vaults, we will have the opportunity to gain vault gear. This means pretty soon all of our gear is going to get replaced. Alright, I am back. I just finished offloading, sorting my inventory a bit. Got some chipped vault rock, cobblestone, and the quest is done, which gives us more. Now, we need to actually make a vault rock, which I need chromatic iron for. Save that. And then we can claim that. And now we need a vaulter. Yep. Then I can simply set that there. Button. And then we just need to make a crystal. And we get a free shoulder. I will take. So, for crystals, simply place on there, and then you get a few selected things. Shift to change what you see. So we need wheat seeds, dirt, sticks, and then coal or charcoal. Then once you find it, you just toss it out, and it'll go out. Those. And that is our first vault crystal. Next, this, we will get 1 skill point. I think I want to run a vault. Go ahead and get that set up. In order to run a vault, actually just probably off screen, I'm going to redesign this area a little bit. Mainly add in some this. We can just use cobblestone. Go ahead and empty out my inventory. I probably will keep my vault cobblestone on me. First, make sure to spend my skill point, which I will be using to go for heal. Heal, simply put, heals you. As well, something else you can do is make a potion. Because if you've ever played Vault Hunters 1.16, which is the second edition, you would know there weren't any, I believe, skills. The most you had was running and killing and all that. But with 1.13, they introduced skills. So now you had a way to heal. But that requires mana, which you only have so much of. So with that, what they ended up saying is, hey, we're going to add potions. This is a pacifist potion. If I look up the other vials, we have Pacifist, which every few minutes, which is around 5, it will resume a charge. You have a maximum of I don't know how many of them specifically. But there's that. It requires poppy, glass, and chromatic iron. Then we have Slaughterer's Vial, which you need to kill Vault Moth. As with that, it's always going to get harder to kill them. So they're kind of... I don't really like Slaughterer's Vial. Plus, it also requires a red mushroom. If I had access to bamboo, I would do Goblin's Vial, which you just need to loot. Just incentivizes looting. You gain almost a sort of infinite amount of times this can recharge, but you need bamboo for that. But anyway, with all that explained, I want to hop in a vault. So we are now in a vault. We have a few things. One, in previous versions, if you were to stay in here, you would not be able to stay in here. Your time would go down. But now it stays at 25, so you can let the vault load. It will take a while because all of it's procedurally generated. 2, you cannot access world map, you cannot access entity radar, and you cannot access waypoints. That means if I press V or B, I can't set a waypoint. M does nothing. Tab won't show entities because entities don't show up on it. Next, always make sure to know where your thing is, your portal, because otherwise you need to in monoliths. Is that Mumbo? That is Mumbo. Now, onto goals. Currently, I believe we can only do monoliths, which monoliths are probably one of the easier and the easiest ones to do, but the one that gives the least amount of XP. You just need to go through rooms and basically collect monoliths. They will just light up, then you have to head back here, jump through the portal. Next, we have 2 modifiers. We have Beginner's Insurance, which I believe we have until level 5. No chests are trapped. Meaning we won't have mobs spawning on us, and we won't have poison. Those are the only 2 traps. Next, we have Beginner's Grace. If killed in a vault, you will keep your inventory but receive a durability penalty. This stays with you until level 10. This is so you can get used to the vault. Afterwards, you do lose your inventory, but it gets turned into a spirit. We will worry about that later. For now, it is vault time. Which it is pretty simple. You just go ahead, go about it. I don't believe there's any treasures. And here we have a regeneration, which recharges 2 slots of the potion, which I don't think I needed. Next, we have wooded chests. These eventually will find a quicker way to loot, but for now we just need to go in, sort, and then take. Now, what we can do is, because we don't have our health all the way up, we can wait, which I probably will. That. That was block chance, which is nice. 5%, by the way. But we are now almost low on HP after I will collect bronze, which we will need a lot of. I'm going to go ahead, take a potion. Then I don't really want to go up top because I have no way to prevent myself from taking damage. So we came in from the south side. We are heading north. But as you can see, you do not take damage. Well, you do not heal damage. You still take it. That is our first monolith and gilded chests. Those can house... Yep, it's gonna drop. Head activate that. That is a jewel, which we will worry about later. We will just continue loading. And yeah, this is basically the gameplay loop of Vault Hunters. There are more nuances, which hopefully I can get to show. But it all depends how lucky we get. But for right now, our goal is to, by the end of time, go ahead and light all 3 of our monoliths. More gold. Okay, that should be all for this room. Okay. Okay. These are particularly what I am looking for. They are called ornate. They, as you can see there, that is a common plus. That is really good. Somewhere. Is there a safe way? There. That was a critical hit. And that was also me using heal for the first time. We have 4 more charges. And that's another shulker. Second monolith. We are already over halfway there. More coins. A lot of coins. that was our first Omega, which is basically the ultra rare of this. If you get an Omega anything, it is top tier most of the time, but we'll get into the other instances later. Few minutes in, and I've only gone through a few rooms. Oh, well. And then what is it? Regeneration 2. That is always good. Those are special pylons, which give you effects, obviously. I don't know if there are new ones that have been introduced, or if you could always get them. But there are multiple different colors. Okay. That I don't. So lucky on these block chances. Alright, now it's time to head up. And then I just have one more monolith to go, but not too worried. Oh, sure, we can head here. For nothing that I want to tunnel over for. Heading in the right direction. No, not. And okay, so that is a lot of mobs. In second three, taking damage from. Found it. These are living chests. They give you stuff to progress further in the game with. Ironically. Oh no. Okay. I am not giving up another scrap. That is junk. say focus. If that is drink as well. I do want bulk essence. So far we're okay. Don't care for rotten meat. Another wand. I guess I'll take. Alright, I think that is everything I can loot here. Now... going to continue looting as much as I can. I definitely need magic silk. I looted this. I have. It is a bit short, and if it was previous versions, I might cut it off. Well, I am going to head back to just before the portal, then head in a different direction. Hopefully, I can find a last monolith, because I have 8 minutes. I should be fine. Okay, portal is right there, so that means 1 east. Okay. Yes. Monoliths. There's health, but I don't think there's an obvious monolith until you get right here. That is that completed. That should at least be a level. Looting as much as I can. Where am I sitting? I'm sitting pretty well. I don't have that much edge. Double vault diamonds. That's so good. want to try and get as many shulkers as possible, because ideally... Dead. Ooh, that is so good. That is actually very good. Slowly filling up on stuff. Okay, then. Oh, wait, I can't even do that. Okay. I need that. Gold apples I don't need. Velvet I don't need. Ornate ingots I don't need. That I don't need. I'll keep the gold diamond. Need. Anything else in here that's worthless. So that. Okay, that's a decent size. Any more junk? Okay. That is 3 minutes, and that means I am going to head back towards the exit. Even if I have time, I am full on loot, and I need to go craft some stuff. That was not the way I needed to go. I went north, or I went south, so I need to go east. Okay. Oh, that could have been bad. And then I head south. Yep. Vault complete with over 10k. Oh god. Oh god, that's gonna... What I like about coins is you if you need somewhere to set them, you can just set them there. Probably go ahead and do that. Take that. And they make a nice little pot. Oh man, why do we have so many wands? And then we have a augment. This will come to play later. Regret orbs. And we have a few skill points. First thing I definitely want to do is I want to get dash. Dash will let me dash. Easy. Then if I don't have enough, it will do that. Next, let's do 1 in haste. I want to use probably my most used ability, Javelin. So I'll unlock that. Which is the one of the only ranged abilities in the game. So, alright. Let's check out all of these goodies. Now, while I explain, I'm going to pause real quick. Each gear can be either scrappy, common, rare, epic, or omega. Usually, I can show an example, but if something is common plus, it can never be scrappy. So we are guaranteed that tier up. But if it's scrappy, we're guaranteed any of them. If it's omega, we're guaranteed an omega, yada yada. Wands, once we... This game really wants me to use wands. So, the each wand uses ability power. That's what you use for ability power, which uses stuff like Nova uses ability power, which is a percentage. So I might regret some of that. Vein Miner I wanted to get, but I'll hold off. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna regret two things. Javelin I'll unlearn. I didn't to, and then I will get Nova and Vein Miner. Rampage, physical damage, Ghost Walk, that Mega Jump, Shell. Seems like only thing it is used for. Okay, Smite. But that has a 2-minute cooldown. Taunt uses it. No, actually it doesn't. Stonefall is really good, but I'm probably gonna wait to do it until after I get Javelin. So when I hit 7. Mana Shield doesn't use it, Battle Cry doesn't, Storm Arrow does, Firebolt does as well. And we just got an Omega. So first we have this, which, as well as something nifty about Vault Hunters, is we can... Can I access my... I can. We have to equip them. It would show up here, which I'm guessing it's just not showing. If we press shift, we can see where we would have gotten. Everything comes in range. Durability is low, but ability power is high. Same with the increased percentage. There we go. Next, we have this, which has cooldown reduction, so we can dash and heal quicker, but has less ability power. Then we have our Epic Wand, which... That's actually really good. Wait, that's actually a really good wand. So, this, with the rating, everything becomes... You get more suffixes and prefixes, which are easier to reroll other than implicits, which are a bit harder. So, you can always sort of, like, go off prefixes and suffixes on, like, if it's decent or not. Sometimes it could be, like, with weapons, which I'll show. The implicit can really make it, but for now, I very much like this wand. Very much so. And then we have the Omega, which actually... seems slightly worse. I actually don't like this Omega. I'm going to quick actually make a spare chest for other gear that I do not want to use, because I kind of don't want to use this Omega Wand over this. And because of that, I guess until it's off cooldown, our shield and 5% block chance is no longer. Next, we have gems, or jewels, which we can't use. Decent. That's bad. Decent. Bad. Bad, but a tentative. really good. Kind of we have a mystery box, which gives us emeralds. Interesting. We can go ahead, that in there, and then we have a mote of clarity reveals all curses. I don't think we can use that for now. Then we have leggings and a sword. Both of these are just straight up going to be an upgrade. Okay. So our sword has illager damage, which I don't believe we'll run into. Has high attack damage though, but low speed. Durability is also low. But it comes with Fear Cloud, which I do like. So there's that. Next, we have... Oh, wait. Okay, that's kind of low on almost all fronts, but I still like it. Another thing is... Get these sweets, which are worse than Vault Steak, but you get a lot. And then, oh, we have another, I forgot about that, which is a really good one. But it's legendary and like the wrong. Is that all? That is. So, in total, our loot, I'd say, is really good. Relics. Which we somehow got a relic. With relic, eventually we'll have a use, but not really for right now. And we didn't get any ores either. I very much like that vote. We got 2 epics and Omega. The rest is scrappy, but we got upgrades. Of which, let's actually real quick see where it is. The next crystal, we need copper. I am probably going to leave it there because vaults are time consuming. Very much so. So that should be it for this episode. On the next episode, we are going to run this vault. I'm going to end it here now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider watching more. Please, have a good night.